John Lusk here of Lusk Archery Adventures. Serious testing, successful hunting. Today I'm going to be testing another broadhead by REK, R-E-K, REK. And they've come out with a new and improved mechanical called the XP, and today I'm going to be putting it to the test. There's a lot of really cool things that they've done with this broadhead, and for the testing I'm going to be using my 2024 broadhead test process. And for a detailed description of that and why I do what I do and how I quantify the results and so forth, please check out the video that I posted earlier this year called 2024 Broadhead Test Process, and it'll walk you through all of that. I'm going to be using my Elite Arrow bow for most of the shooting, and I am loving that bow. And I'm going to be using my my Killer Instinct SWAT X1 crossbow for the accuracy testing. And I'm going to be using Bishop Archery arrows and bolts for all of the shooting, because they do just such an exceptional job and are, I mean, incredibly durable. All right, let's zoom on in here and check out this new XP broadhead by REK and then put it to the test. Here's a good look at the broadhead close up, and this is an improvement from the earlier model that they had, and that they say now there's better blades, and they have a new, easier to install locking mechanism to lock it closed, and an improved ferrule. So for the materials, the ferrule is now a 70-75 T6 aluminum, which is stronger than some steels. It's a good aluminum to use for a ferrule if you're going to use aluminum. And then it's got this really nice oversized chisel tip of hardened steel. I really like this tip. It's a beast of a tip, and that's nice combined with a mechanical broadhead like this. Now the way it works is, this is it in the closed position, is as it penetrates a medium, there's pressure put on these little deployment arms here, and this little mechanism they have to lock it. The locking mechanism breaks off. Part of it breaks off. I believe it takes like 4 pounds of force to break that off, and then the blades spring to their open position. So they're rear deploying, and the maximum cutting diameter is 1.85 inches. So I'll show you that in just a second. But the overall length of the broadhead is 1.8 inches long outside of the end of the arrow, and the blades are 0.039 inches thick. Okay, let me show you what it looks like in the open position. So here it is in the open position, and the blades don't lock open, but this, the slightest pressure on them causes them to remain in the open position at their full cutting diameter of 1.8 inches. And then another interesting thing about this broadhead is that you can replace the mechanical blades with fixed blades. So it's modular in that respect, that they also have a 2-blade fixed blade model that you can just swap these out using the same ferrule, the same tip, and everything else. So I love that flexibility and modularity based on what you're hunting and what you're really trying to do. And for resharpening, I would use the Stay Sharp Guide replaceable blade guide kit for this. I think that would do a really good job getting these blades super sharp. Eager to put this head to the test and see how it performs. The REK got the 10 ring. It only took 156 grams of force to cut through the wire, which is a 10 on a 10-point scale, plus it gets a 0.44 bonus for being under the threshold of 200. It penetrated 8 inches, which is an 8.89 on a 10-point scale. And here's a good look at the entrance hole. It got its full 1.85 inches of cut on impact. It took an additional 37 grams of force to cut through the wire, which is a 9.26 on a 10-point scale. It penetrated through 48 layers, which is a 6.86 on a 10-point scale. Here it is after the 3 shots through the MDF, and it's just in perfect condition, so it gets a 10 on a 10-point scale. Here it is after the 2 shots through the steel plate, and the first shot was the one on the left. The deployment arms broke off, And so then I shot it again without the deployment arms, and as you see, it made a smaller hole, but it still stayed intact. So it gets a 5 on a 10-point scale. So here it is after all the durability testing. It did excellent on the MDF. On the steel plate, the little deployment arms broke off. They sheared off on the first shot into the steel plate. But then I went ahead and shot it a second time into the steel plate like this, and it did really well. I mean, got a little bit of chatter in the blades. And then I shot it into the concrete, and it just did perfectly well into the concrete. This tip is really impressive, but really nice durability, especially for a mechanical. So what'd you think? Man, this is a really good broadhead. Okay, there's a lot that I like about it. I love that oversized tip. I love the overall durability. The blade closure mechanism, it's a little complicated, but it's better than it was before. And I will say it's unique on the market. But this is a head really worth considering if you're in the market for a 2-blade mechanical head that really can hold up to some hard impacts and tough challenges there. So great job, REK. I look forward to seeing more of what you come out with in the future. But you check out the score sheet and see how it performed in the areas that matter to you the most, and see if it might be a good fit for you. And stay tuned for the overall cumulative score, as well as the corresponding LUS grade, and also a list of all the broadheads that I've used and love and can offer a discount code for, just to save you a few extra bucks, as well as some other pieces of related gear that I have a discount code for. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to seeing you next time.